What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Littleroot Laddering. Today we got a new team provided to us by Mannix on Discord. So if you are new to the show, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to get notifications when new stuff goes live, which should be every day of the week. And go ahead and hit that like button as well. And if you are new, I want to hear what's your favorite of the Justice Trio? Specifically, that's Terrakion, Cabalion, Virizion. And if you really want to include Keldeo, go for it. Personally, I'm a big fan of Keldeo. I wish it wasn't mythical because I think it could actually have a really defining feature in like VGC. I think it'd be really good. Its typing is really unique to itself, and its stats are just good. So, that being said, jumping into the actual team today, we have that Galarian Weezing, Porygon 2, Escavalier, Blastoise, Terrakion, and Dragapult. So, a couple different things we can do here is we have the Dragapult Terrakion lead. They would think that we're going for Fake Out, immediately Dynamax, going for Beat Up, immediately Dynamax the Dragapult, and just smash them. We also have Weezing plus Blastoise, which we saw last video is pretty good, all things considered. We can also do Blastoise Terrakion and Aqua Jet our Terrakion to Trick or Policy. And then, of course, we have our Trick Room set of Porygon 2 Escavalier. So, we've got several different things we can actually do with this team. Really excited to see how this plays out. So, if you are, of course, interested in seeing your team played on the show, make sure you join the Discord down in the show notes, and drop a team down in the Team of the Week section. So, of course, that would lean Carl and I would play it on the podcast. We would talk about it, and therefore we would get to play it here on the show. So, let's just jump in and see what we can do today. The last couple teams have been really, really cool, so hopefully we can continue some pretty decent games with these. So we're going to see Hard Rain here from our opponent with Politoed, Kingdra, Gyarados, Incineroar, Rillaboom, and Togekiss. Pretty standard team with the Rillaboom, Incineroar, Togekiss, and then slapping Rain on. So really, really a big fan of what they have going on here. I don't know. Maybe just like Porygon 2 plus Blastoise as a lead. We can set up Trick Room. And then have like Weezing and Escavalier in the back. I don't really like Dragapult or Terrakion here. Dragapult's just going to get beat up by the Kingdra, which, if they get Swift Swim off, is going to be insanely fast compared to us. Terrakion just kind of gets beat up by Rillaboom and all the water types. And Togekiss. So yeah, it doesn't really line up well here. Notably, Escavalier needs to just avoid Incineroar, and we should be good. And that's what we have the Blastoise for. This seems fine. I can get down with what we're doing here. So we are going to see Gyarados and Incineroar as a lead here. So the question is what does the Gyarados carry? So it's Moxie Dose. I think I'm just going to Thunderbolt here on turn 1 and go for a Fake Out into the Incineroar. So it looks like we're going to see the Dynamax from the Gyarados, which we should be able to live basically anything that they shoot at P2. Can't imagine anything that they would have that would actually reasonably deal with it. Porygon 2 is just incredibly bulky, especially when it gets to carry the Eviolite, which is almost always. So we're going to get our Fake Out off. Going to prevent their Fake Out. Going to go for a Max Airstream into the Porygon. And I think with that being said, depending on how much this actually does, we might just be setting up Trick Room. Just under half. That is not bad. So I think here we're going to go for Trick Room. And we're going to go for a Life Dew. This kind of gets punished by like close combat from Incineroar. Just because the Incineroar is going to outspeed the Blastoise at this point. But Porygon able to hold on there. Actually, they may be able to just take us out right now. Yeah, unfortunately, they're just going to be able to take us out before we ever get it off. Yeah, probably correct just to go for it on turn 1. Yeah, that's unfortunate. But more importantly, the Gyarados did not get the KO, so it does not get the Moxie boost. I'm going to go into a Scavalier here. We can go for a Max Quicken to the Incineroar. And go for a Muddy Water. Maybe we just switch into the Weezing. And then click Muddy Water here. Like, we need to be able to clear the way for a Scavalier to come in and do its thing. And Weezing being able to come in and take whatever hit they have coming at us. Should be fine. So we are going to see another Max Airstream. Yeah, I definitely think we missed this game up by not going for Trick Room on turn 1. Should have anticipated them just going big immediately and setting up Airstreams. Yeah, I definitely think I missed this game up hard on turn 1. Because now they're going to get another Intimidate off. Yeah, this is just a little unfortunate. And we get the double miss on Muddy Water. Fantastic. Would have it no other way. But luckily their Dynamax is over and they only took out 2 of our Pokemon. Yay! Nah, we definitely missed this game up hard. So we go for a Max Quake into the Incineroar. And we'll go for Muddy Water. Just basically trying to ignore the Gyarados. Like, it doesn't really do anything at this point. It doesn't really threaten the Scavalier. More importantly, like, they're not switching out, so I guess their plan is just to one-shot this thing, which very well could happen. Like, Flare Blitz is a very good move. Power Whip into the Blastoise should do a good chunk. Not enough to take us out. And we're going to see a Parting Shot into the Blastoise as well. Interesting. Are they going to switch into Togekiss? Because that'd be really bad for us. Going into Mr. Toad. Well, you're just making my Muddy Water better, but unfortunately that doesn't really mean anything when we're facing down literally 2 water types. And we'll get the Max Quake off into the Toad. does a decent chunk. Question is are you Citrus Berry? I have a feeling they're just going to click Perish Song here, and if they do, then we are, unfortunately, just going to die. So I think we max Knuckle into that slot. And we click Muddy Water again. It might have been correct to hit Protect this turn, actually. Yeah, just to prevent the Power Whip from going off. Yeah, I definitely think we misplayed this game. I misplayed this game on turn 1. Just not setting up the Trick Room immediately. So now it's a 1v4, and I have 3 turns to take them out. Yeah, so we are going to go ahead and concede here. Definitely missed this game up hard on turn 1, which is unfortunate. Had we set up the Trick Room, like, then we're going to be incidentally slower than them. We can go for Thunderbolt plus Life Dew that next turn, and actually be able to live and be able to, like, take out the Gyarados before it becomes a bigger threat than what it was. So definitely missed up that game on turn 1. I think had we actually got to be able to set up the Trick Room, we could then just stabilize behind P2 and Blastoise and not have to worry about anything they have going on until we take out the Gyarados plus Incineroar. So, yeah, we'll keep playing. Definitely keep playing this morning. I don't like that our tier rank is going down, but yeah, you know, we'll take the bad with the good. So we see Togekiss, Volcarona, Scolipede, Scizor, Toxtricity, and Politoed. So they are really weak to fire types, and we don't have a single one. What we do have is a very powerful Dragapult. So I think we're going to lead Dragapult, Terrakion here. And have... what do I want in the back then? I like a Scavalier because it can handle... it can really beat up and punish the Toxtricity. Like, Toxtricity and the Togekiss really need to avoid the Volcarona, though. And then... I really like P2. Like, their team is moderately fast. Like, outside of, like, Bullet Punch from the Scizor, we should be pretty fine to just, like, if we can get a Trick Room up, just take over the game that way. Maybe it's correct to lead Trick Room then? So we're going to see Togekiss Volcarona here as a lead. So what do you expect? Because we're going to Dynamax and just go for Max Data Stream into the Volcarona, and we're going to click Rock Slide. I'm anticipating a Follow Me plus Quiver Dance here on turn 1. Which if they click Follow Me, then, like, obviously they're going to take the Max Airstream just fine. But we should then be hopefully faster than the Volcarona at +1. So we can get a Rock Slide off. And Volcarona does not like Rock Slide. Definitely has a problem with Rock Slide, so... no Follow Me. Well, Volcarona's gone. Cool. Good talk. And Terrakion is definitely going to be faster than Togekiss at this point. Okay. Gonna reveal the berry on Togekiss. Okay, it was citrus, and we get the flinch. So, like, you know, next to knocking it out, that was the most ideal turn 1 we could have had. So we're gonna see this Scizor come out here. And I think we're just going to... I like Max Phantasm into the Scizor. We can go for the close combat into the Scizor and just take it out. We could also hit Protect this turn. Nah, we'll go for the close combat. It'll be fine. If they bullet punch us, they're going to trigger our policy because we should live this like a champ. Yeah, we do. So it's Life Orb Scizor. Interesting. Hopefully this Phantasm takes it out then. Yep. So then we get a close combat off into the Togekiss, which should take it out. Not sure if that crit actually matters. Yeah, definitely not sure if that crit mattered. But I know that one didn't. I thought our opponent was the one playing crit kiss. Evidently, we're over here critting everything we need to. And we see the Toxtricity in the back. Is that in a Master Ball? Pretty sure that was in a Master Ball. So we're going to go for the Max Phantasm. And go for the Rock Slide. And that should be enough to pick up the KO on this as well. Yeah, just opponent has seen enough. Not sure. We never actually, like, outside of Bullet Punch, we literally never saw a move from them. I don't know if that game could have gone any better for us. Yeah, I'll take an HP up. That's money. Are you kidding me? So we have the Citrus Berry. Or Serene Grace. Okay. Yeah, like, they have the Quiver Dance. I'm surprised this isn't Sash. Well, that's because the Sash is on the Scolipede. Yeah, Swords Dance Scolipede. That's also kind of sweet. Quick Attack on your Scizor. That one I don't understand, but okay. Like, that should just be, like, dual Wing Beat. But okay. Yep. Toxtricity with this Throat Spray. Assault Vest Politoed. I'm sorry, what? Assault Vest Politoed. Okay. A list of things I was not prepared for today. Assault Vest Politoed is definitely on that list. Unfortunately, like, we didn't get to see anything our opponent's team did, so I'm wondering if we should have the beat up on the Dragapult just to have not only like the chance to go for like justified shenanigans, but like also just have max darkness if we Dynamax. So moving into the last game of the day here, we have Rillaboom, Inteleon, Toxtricity, Rhyperior, Alola and Dragapult. So they have two mons that really want to go slow, and nothing to actually let them go slow. So I wonder if our Trick Room mode just beats them. Like, what happens if we just leave Blastoise Porygon? Because Blastoise beats up both of their Trick Room mons. So I think I'm on board for that. And then we can have Escavalier and Wheezing in the back. Wheezing gets to come in and turn off the solid rock on the Rhyperior. There we go. I could not think for the life of me what it was called. Shuts off Sniper Inteleon, Grassy Surge, Rillaboom. Yeah, okay. I can get down with this. I think they're going to try to go fast and we're going to be like, lol. Okay. So we're going to see Inteleon Toxtricity as a lead. Are we going to try to soak something? So I'm going to go for a fake out into... Man, either of these could Gigantamax. I think it's most likely going to be the Toxtricity that Dynamaxes. So I think it's correct to go for the fake out into the Inteleon and set up Trick Room here. No Dynamax. Interesting. So Nuzzle into the Blastoise. And we get our Trick Room up. Okay. Gonna recover a little bit with the leftovers. So now we just get to click Muddy Water and Thunderbolt into the Inteleon. Like the name of this game is just Survive. So if we can deal with their threats here, then we should be fine. Life Dew does not get rid of status conditions, correct? It just heals. Inteleon avoiding the Muddy Water, but we get it off onto the Toxtricity. Doing decent damage, all things considered. We get that Thunderbolt off into the Inteleon. Should take it out. Yep, it does. Yep, just recovers HP. Okay. And we do see that Overdrive from the Toxtricity doing okay damage. Even for being super effective on the Blastoise, it really didn't do much. Which just tells you everything you need to know about this Blastoise. So that's not Grassy Surge Rillaboom. So I'm just going to go into Escavalier here. And I'm going to click Ice Beam on the Rillaboom. Like, Escavalier's just gonna get to just eat. Is this a giant monkey? It is, in fact, a giant monkey. Ice Beam gonna do a little bit of damage. Just enough to say we did some. You're gonna see the G-Max Drum Solo go into the Escavalier, which we take like a champ thanks to resisting it. And the Toxtricity is gonna come out and nuzzle the P2. Yeah, that's fine. That is more than perfectly acceptable. So we're gonna go for a Max Quake into the Toxtricity. And we'll go for another Ice Beam into the Rillaboom. It would really be great if we could freeze it. That'd be really cool. Just to, like, you know, just completely shut off its Dynamax turns as well. But the Quake will easily take out this Toxtricity. It's not Sash because we already broke it. Oh, I should say if it is Sash, it doesn't matter. I'm assuming P2 is going to be slower than Escavalier thanks to the paralysis, but I could be wrong. I don't know exact speed numbers on this team. Nope, Escavalier is in fact still slower. Goodbye. Gonna get our special defense boost, which when we're facing down Rillaboom doesn't really mean anything. And P2 is unfortunately paralyzed. And we're gonna see a Max Quake from the Rillaboom as well, going into Escavalier, doing again next to nothing. But they do get the special defense boost as well. So what is your last Mon? That is a real question. They have a Marowak. Okay. Well, that's interesting. So yeah, we'll Max Quake into there. How many more turns of Trick Room do we have? This is the last turn. Okay. Yeah, we'll just Ice Beam down the Rillaboom. We are slower than the Marowak, so how much do we do? How bulky are you? Not very. Out of here. Escavalier is such a dominant force when it gets to Dynamax. Like the fact that like it can boost both of its defenses with Max Steel Spike and Max Quake. And, like, it's just incredibly slow. It just makes it such a good Dynamax target. So that's knockoff, I'm assuming. I believe that's the only, like, relevant dark move that Rillaboom gets. But our opponent's Dynamax turns are over. And now we can go for a Max Flutterby. And just go for another Ice Beam. There's nothing really here that the Rillaboom could do to actually threaten us. It's crazy to me that a paralyzed Porygon is still faster than Escavalier. Yep, you knocked off my Assault Vest. We do, in fact, get the Ice Beam off, which should do a decent chunk. Not enough for the KO because they are +1, but the Max Flutterby is going to come out and pick up the KO here. Okay, not a bad day. Not a bad day for the team. Definitely getting to showcase off a little bit of what this team wants to do. Blastoise is actually really impressive. Mind you, like game one today, we definitely could have won had I played correctly. Had we just set up the Trick Room on turn 1 and then proceed to try to take out the team, we would have been in a much better position compared to where we actually were. I saw the Thunderbolt and I'm like, yeah, that's going to do a lot. I kind of just completely forgot that they were going to, just set up on us and go big. And as a result, here we are. So let's check out our opponent's team here. We had the Assault Vest, Overgrow, Rillaboom. Had U-Turn in that last slot. Air Slash, Snipe Shot, Muddy Water, U-Turn, Torrent, Mystic Water. Okay. The old mixed attacker set. Focus Sash was in fact on the Toxtricity. I didn't realize it got a Technician. That's interesting. I don't think Technician is worth it when the only move you're boosting is Nuzzle. And you're minus attack nature, but, I could be wrong. Get that weakness policy on the Rhyperior. And the Alolan was in fact Lightning Rod, so really glad we didn't go for the Thunderbolt that turn. Muscle Band. Do they not have a Life Orb on their team? No. That is definitely a Dragapult set that exists. Huh. So, that being said, everybody, thank you very much for watching today. Go ahead and leave a like on the video. And like I said, if you're new, go ahead and do all the stuff at the beginning of the video. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and join the Discord if you want to see your team played. So, that being said, everybody, thank you for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with some more of this. Have a good one. Peace.